Hello, hello, hello. It is Miss Washington, and today we're going to be talking about video marketing. And I'm excited about it because it's something that for me, initially, I was scared out of my wits to stand in front of a video camera, in front of a camera, in front of my phone, and start creating information that was either educational or even just fun. Because I think a lot of times what happens with many of us, we are our worst critic. And we don't believe in ourselves enough, and we begin to self sabotage. And so I'm glad we're here because I want to challenge each and every one of you to start pulling out their phones. Now, many of you probably already pull out your phones and you're having a good time with your family and friends while you're on a holiday or vacation day and you're at the pool, all of those fun things that you're doing. But now we're focusing in on actual video marketing, setting a goal, being intentional about the information that you're trying to put out to your audience, creating the right content in video form, in speak form, in which you can shed light on what your brand is, your product or your service. And so you want to become very intentional in regards to it all. And so I want to share some light in here that the in regards to the benefits of literally utilizing video marketing online, what it does for you. It allows your audience to engage with you. We are visual, we are emotional. So when you put your video out there, people literally are able to see who you are. They have the chance to hear your voice. They see your expressions. And so you want to be able, once again, you want to be able to pull people in. And so right from the jump, you want to be sure that you're putting content out there that they want to see. Sometimes it has to go to the entertaining aspect. It got to be fun. It just depends on your audience. Some people are straight black and white, get to the point, give me the meat. I don't care about those potatoes. Just give me the meat. Some people want to be entertained. They might want to see you blow a birthday, what they call those little birthday whistles. They might want to see that. You put on a birthday hat and go from there. It just depends on your audience. And so, too, what your video marketing online allows you to do, it allows you to reach the larger audience, because what these platforms will do is they will literally pick out a video over just something in writing. So they'll literally pick out your video and they will put it up a little bit ahead of the game and allow people to see it, because this is the season. This is where we are now. We're just here. This is where we are now. It's no longer just about writing something out in a speech or something like that. People just simply want video. They now, even when they're in the car, have you realized they won't, a lot of times people won't even just turn on a regular radio. As people are moving and they're shaking, they're listening to podcasts. What's going to help me? What information can I use before I go into this executive board meeting? What will benefit me? How can this help me? What can I obtain, whether it's your product or your service, that's going to, make me look better? What can I get for this next party? I mean, who are they? Where are the people? I want to see what's happening. I want to see the behind the scenes. I want to see it all. I want to see their journey. And so it allows people to even develop that relationship with you because they begin to look for you. And so you want to look at that as well. And as we said, another benefit is it allows you to showcase your product or your service. And so it's really, really up to you, how you want to do this, how you want to perform this. As we said, if you are a talkative person, podcasts are great if that's the route you want to go, or video, of course, like we're doing here. We're putting face to it as we're talking, and you can go that route even for you who are writers. I mean, you know how much money people pay people to write stuff, because at the end of the day, even in the writing, whether it is a video or podcast, you still need to see it. You need to know where you're going. You need to write it all down. All right. And so all those things are necessary in when you're creating. And what it does as well, you all, when people have the chance to hear you or they get a chance to see you, it builds up credibility. It makes people feel that you are trustworthy. They feel that they know you. And so that's what this video does. It allows your personality to come out on screen, and people feel like, oh my God, they're back on Tuesday. I need to tune in because I enjoy watching what they put out. I enjoy hearing what they provide. I enjoy just simply having fun. I don't know this person, but boy, they're giving me what I need. And so you want to begin to evaluate all of those things. And then, two, even when you're putting your video information out there, your content, you want to evaluate the frequency of doing it. As I said, when you are consistent on putting that information out, whether it is 5 days a week, if you got that time or, on your hands, or you got some people doing the work for you, whether it is twice a week, whether it is once a week, be consistent in it, because people are looking for it. So it may be that you said, I'm going to create a video every Thursday at 8 o'clock, so watch my video. A lot of times live streams, people come on once a week or twice a week, and it's a set time. And so you want to be very, very consistent and evaluate the frequency of it, because people begin to look for you. It becomes a habit of, oh, it's 5 o'clock. Such and such is about to come on. Let me tune in. Let me turn my smartphone on to their station or to their YouTube channel or to their page, because I know they're going to give me some great info. And even with that, always remember, you want to start reacting, or you want to start connecting to a larger audience, not just the people that you know, but you want to start connecting to a larger audience, which means now you have to start doing generating leads. And then how do you do that? Even in your video, you can mention, if you want more information, hit the link below and subscribe. It's many things that you can say inside of it. And so you want to not only just write it down inside your, in your messaging, you also want to say it inside of your video. So I can say, hey, you want more information about this? Simply subscribe below. All right. And I can provide you with the information that is going to take you to your next level. You see how we do that? And so you want to begin to generate your leads, and the people that you're connecting to, you want to give them that opportunity to literally do that. And then you want to, let me say this for sure, especially nowadays, you do not just want their name and their email address. You also want a phone number. So when you create your lead pages, you have what's called lead pages. You can even do is free on MailChimp. You could create lead pages on MailChimp, which is free. You got lead pages, you got ClickFunnels that people use just to collect people's information. You want to make sure that you put on their telephone number. It's required for a telephone number as well, because we're now in a day and age where people are simply reading text messages before they're reading emails. And so you want to also ask for that information when you're generating your leads, whether you're creating that podcast, whether you're creating that video, whatever information that you're putting out there, even on your sites. All right. So make sure that is something that people are missing, is also asking for that phone number. So you can literally I use what's called easy texting. And so you can create that text message. And so people can get it instantly. Once again, they're reading a text message nowadays before they're even reading an email. Now, you also want to remember in your content, when you're doing your video, as you see, You're allowed to show your personality. I literally am able to show my personality. That means now you guys have the opportunity to know a little bit more about me. Um, things that I love. I mean, even it allows you to really, really connect to your audience, and you want to be able to be authentic, and you want to, as I said before, educate. You can be entertaining. You could be fun. You want to pull that audience in, you all. You really, really do. And so, too, let's talk a little bit about when you put your content out, when you put your video or your podcast out there. Initially, what we call is primary sharing. That means you, as that individual, are sharing that video. You're sharing your podcast with your on your platform. But what you can begin to do, which is what we call next, is your secondary sharing, is you can tag people, um, and then ask them to share. You can even ask people, share this with three people that you know whose message this will touch. Okay? Ac- Call to action, call to action, call to action. CTA, call to action. Say, share this with three people that you know who will be touched by this message. And people will start sharing it with their people. And so you want to begin to even utilize secondary sharing. And so that's why I say you have to be very intentional on your goal. And then those people will share, and then you want to finally get to that point where, and we know how things go viral. That means you literally are sharing information. You've put content out there that begins to trend, and you find everybody sharing it. Everybody is watching and everybody starts to share. They may put a friend's name in and say, watch this. Then it just simply goes viral. And so that's literally like the ultimate place in which you want to go. That's when you have more and more people, of course, that's generating leads. And then if you're putting out great video, great content, great podcasting, they will follow you. They become very, very loyal. People become loyal. And they will go from there, and that's why the frequency and the consistency has to be there. Okay. And so those are the things I wanted to touch on, and I simply want to challenge you. Inside Canvas, I don't know if you guys have what's called Studio. Play with that and start to create video, or use your phone. Start to create video, and not just regular video. I want you all to set a goal and say, hey, today I'm going to talk about um, um, newspaper. Set a goal, and then literally create something in which say, you know what, yesterday I picked up this newspaper, and in it was, they were discussing, the new trend on hair care, or the new trend on how to be a better individual. And I began to read that article, and there was something in specific that caught my attention. And I believe that it will touch you as well. You know, begin to do certain things like that and play with it and see where you can go and build from there and see what you will create. You'll be amazed at your very own self at what you can do. But remember, it has to be consistent, so then it can turn into a habit, okay, of what it is you do. And so that's what I want to discuss with you on today. um, and Previously, I don't know if I shared some of the tools that you literally can use when it comes to creating your video. I have used a mobile app called Photoshop, creating video just on my mobile. If you want to get deeper, well, on your cell phones, if you got iPhone, you can do iMovies and create. Puts the music behind it and everything. And if you want to get deeper, you can use what's called Camtasia, Camptasia. It allows you to create video. Just depends on how far you want to go. If you're looking at creating commercials, you can do that, or you want to send it to someone professionally. I send stuff to Fiverr, Fiverr.com, just to get things done. And so There's nothing too small. It's nothing but greatness that can come up out of you creating your video. You have to just simply be free and be okay with standing in front of a camera. And so that's my challenge for you all. Start creating. Let's see what you can do with it. All right. And then I'll talk to you later. I'm looking forward to seeing all of them. Share with us. We want to see what you have.